Good morning, students. In the last class, we have completed a individual case in which we have studied what is the meaning of individual supply, and we have also seen the individual supply schedule, individual supply diagram, as well as we also studied the market case, means market supply, in which we have studied the what is the meaning of the market supply. mm, Market supply schedule as well as market supply diagram. Okay, and we have also started the topic, that is supply curve and its slope. Okay, in which we have studied the slope of a curve is defined as the amount of change which is comes or measured in the vertical axis with respect to the change in the variable which are measured on the x-axis. Okay, so the ratio of, if the ratio of the both one, ratio means del y upon x, the ratio of both one is positive value, so that the curve is also in upward situation, or the curve is moving upward. Upward means from left to right. Okay, so supply curve represent the we know very well, supply curve represent the relation between the price of a commodity and its quantity supplied. Okay, here we will take the quantity and here we will take the price. Okay, so it is a positive relation between the price and the quantity supplied. So the curve is moving upward. It is moving upward now. It is moving upward from left to right. Supply curve may be straight line or may be curve. Okay, so it is totally depend upon the situation as well as a slope of a curve. Slope of a curve is totally depend upon the changes which occurs in the vertical measures to the changes occurred in the things which we taken on the x axis. Okay, so first of all we should know straight line supply curve. When the supply curve is straight, so the slope of the straight line supply curve delta y upon delta x. Delta here shows the change. Okay, so when we go through when the price of one commodity is 10 and the second 20, here the delta y means a change between both of them. That means 20 minus 10, it is 10. So it shows the changes. Okay, ये change show कर रहा है when the price of the one commodity is 10 and the demand of the so the supply of the that commodity is 2. When the price of the that commodity, next commodity, increases up to 20, then the quantity supplied is 6, so that here the change will be a difference between the price of the first commodity and the price of the second commodity. Okay, so it shows the delta y. Okay, so the slope of the straight line supply curve delta y upon delta x is constant. Okay, so here you can see the constant means when there is change between the price or the quantity supplied, every time there is change of the 10, 10, 10 and 10, every time the change occurred is same, means 10, it shows the constant. If these value is become the constant, so the curve, so the slope of the supply curve will be the straight line. तब क्या होगा, स्ट्रेट लाइन ही होगा. वही अगर क्वांटिटी सप्लाइड की बात करते हैं तो उसमें भी जो चेंज है 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, एवरी टाइम द चेंज अकर ऑफ द 2. So the delta y upon delta x becomes 10 upon 2, that is 8. 8 is the positive value That's why the curve is positively sloped upward from left to right. So you can see here that the slope of the straight line supply curve delta y upon delta x is constant throughout. Means all over the time the changes occurred between the delta y here we have taken as the price, and delta x here we have taken as the quantity. So it will be constant throughout the time. It means that the change in quantity supplied due to change in price of the goods are in the same direction and the same proportion. Okay, it will always, the changes occurred in the quantity supplied with respect to the when the change in the quantity supplied due to change in the price of the any good in the same direction and in same proportion. कि जो भी क्वांटिटी सप्लाइड में चेंज हुआ है किसकी वजह से, प्राइस के चेंज होने की वजह से, प्राइस में चेंज हो रहा है, दैट्स वाई क्वांटिटी सप्लाइड में भी जो चेंज हो रहा है उस चेंज में क्या देखा जा रहा है कि जो चेंजेस अकर्ड हो रहे हैं इट विल ऑलवेज बी कांस्टेंट, इट विल ऑलवेज बी इन दी सेम प्रोपोर्शन. मीन्स जो हम लोग देखें ना कि 10, 20, 30, 40 और 2, 4, 6, 8. So the changes occurred is always in the same proportion, that is 10, 10, 10. Here in quantity supply 2, 2, 2. So it will always in the same direction, means same changes occurred and the in the same proportion. That's why the delta y upon delta x is constant. In that case, the supply curve will be the straight line. Here, slope of supply curve from point A to point B, from point A to point B is the same as it is from point B to C, C to D, D to E. Means the changes occurred in these points all are constants. That's why the supply curve is straight line. Okay. Here you can take the one example like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. It is the price and quantity supplied 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that we can plot all these value here. Price 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Here 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 10 here, 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 here. We will draw a diagram. We merge all the point. The changes occurred here, you see, like this. Okay, it becomes so messed here. Okay, so the changes occurred here from point A to point B, B to C, C to D and D to E. It is always be the same. Okay, that's why the curve, the supply curve is a straight line. Now the next one is curved line or hyperbola. The slope of supply curve delta y and delta to delta x is continuously changing as it is curved line. Okay, here the price and quantity demanded will be like that. Quantity demanded will be quantity supplied will be like that. For example, the price will be 10, 12, 16, 22, 30. Okay, and the quantity supplied may be 2, 8, 6, 14, 20 and 28. So the changes occurred delta y in delta x is not constant. Okay, here 2, here 4, here 6. So the changes occurred in all these delta y in delta x. It is not constant. It is changing every time. That's why the curve is curved. Okay. So when we will merge all these points, जब हम लोग इन point को क्या करेंगे, merge करेंगे, so we will not get the supply curve as a straight line. We will get the supply curve in some curved like this, like this. It will not be constant. Okay. It is only because of कि quantity जो change हो रही है, quantity supplied due to change in price, it's not always in same proportion or in same direction. वो क्या है, उसमें changes occurred हो रहा है. In that case only जो हमारा कर्व मिल रहा है वो कांस्टेंट और स्ट्रेट लाइन ना होके वो क्या हो रहा है, कर्व्ड हो रहा है. ओके. सो हेयर स्लोप ऑफ द सप्लाई कर्व फ्रॉम पॉइंट ए टू पॉइंट बी इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम स्लोप मेजर फ्रॉम पॉइंट बी टू सी. यू कैन सी द स्लोप we see from point to A is like this, and the difference again between B to C is more than the difference between the A and B, and then C to D. So it all are too much changing as well as different. It is not same like the straight line curve. So in that case only, when the slope of the straight line may be straight, when the change in the price to the change in the quantity supplied is constant, in that case only the supply curve is straight. When the supply curve is curved, when the delta change in the price to the change in quantity supplied is continuously changing, it is not constant. In that case only the curve is hyperbola, or in the curved. It will not be in the straight line. वो straight line में नहीं होगा, वो किसी curve में होगा या hyperbola होगा. Okay. Now the next one is difference between the individual supply schedule and market supply schedule. So in the individual supply schedule, it is a table which shows the positive relation between the price and quantity supplied of a commodity by an individual seller, other thing being equal. So in the case of the individual supply, we are talking about only for individual seller. Supply schedule or the supply curve, what it shows the positive relation between the price and the quantity supplied. Okay, but in the case of individual, it talks about only the individual seller. But in the case of market supply schedule, it talks about the positive relation between the price and quantity supplied of a commodity by all the sellers in the market. जितने भी sellers हैं market में, A, B, C, D and so on. So we will talk about all the sellers in the market, and we have taken the other thing remaining constant. But in the case of individual supply schedule, we will take only individual seller. That means we will talk about only a seller, and we ignore all other seller like B, C, D and so on, and other things remaining the constant. Other factor will not be change, only we see the relation between the price and the quantity demanded. Okay. So next one is there is no aggregation as it quantity supplied by one seller. Okay. Here we will not talk about the totality. Okay. As it is quantity supplied by one seller, कि हम टोटल की बात ही नहीं करेंगे एग्रीगेशन कि टोटल कितना क्यों, हम लोग यहाँ पे किसकी बात करें, इंडिविजुअल सेलर है, इंडिविजुअल की ही बात करें. सो वी विल here there is no aggregation or no totality or no aggregate. But in the case of market supply schedule, it is aggregate supply. You can remember that when we talk about the individual, we have taken the price and quantity demanded of only one seller. So a price 10, 20, 30, 40, and here 2, 4, 6, 8, and so on. It is all about the individual supply curve schedule. But when we talk about the market supply, so we will take the quantity supplied by A, quantity supplied by B, quantity supplied by C, and so on. It means in the individual supply schedule we have taken only the one seller, but in so that there will be no aggregation, we will talk about only the one seller. But when there is market supply schedule, we have aggregation, we have add the quantity supplied by all the sellers so that we get the market supply schedule. Okay, so it is the basic difference between the individual supply schedule and market supply schedule. Next one is difference between the individual supply curve and market supply curve. Uh, it is a graphical presentation of the positive relation between the price and the quantity supplied of a commodity by an individual seller, other things remaining constant. In this, we will show the graphical presentation of the positive relation between the price and the quantity supplied by only us individual sellers. Okay, we will not talk about the all the sellers in the market, because here we are talking about the individual supply curve and others factor remaining the constant. But in the case of market supply curve, we will see the graphical presentation of positive relation between the price and quantity supplied of a commodity by all the sellers in a market. We will not talk about only one, we will talk about the all the sellers in the market and other things being equal, all the other factor is equal. Okay, all the other thing, all the other factor will not be changed. Okay, here we also not talk about the aggregation, because here we have taken only one seller, so the diagram of this is only like this. But in the case of market supply, we will plot all the values so that A, B, C, and from addition of all these we get the one market supply curve. Okay, so it is the basic difference between the individual supply curve and the market supply curve. Next one is exceptions to law of supply. What are the different exceptions? We have also taken the some exception. In it doesn't mean that the in each and every case law of supply is operated. No, there are also some exceptions that in that case the law of supply will not operate. Okay, so law of supply states positive relation between the price and the quantity supplied, other thing being equal. However, in certain cases the law of supply does not apply. Okay, law of supply simply means क्या होता है कि there is positive relation between the price and the quantity supplied. प्राइस और क्वांटिटी सप्लाइड के बीच में क्या होता है? पॉजिटिव रिलेशन होता है. मीन्स if the price of the any commodity is increases, so the quantity supplied of that commodity is also increases, and other things being equal. However, in certain cases the law of supply does not apply. In certain cases the law of supply is not apply. So what are the different cases? The first one is agricultural products, second one is perishable goods, third one is supply of rare goods, next one is disposal of old stock, and last one is non availability of resources. So first one is agricultural product. The law of supply is not much applicable to agricultural product, as their supply depends upon the nature and they are produced with the time lag. If due to bad weather condition the production is low, then the supply of goods cannot be increased even the price is high. Okay, so it means the law of supply is not much applicable in the agricultural product. Agricultural product में जो law of supply होता है वो apply नहीं होता है, as their supply depends upon the nature, कि इनकी सप्लाई क्या है, नेचर पे भी डिपेंड करती है कि नेचर में अगर फ्लड आ गया या ड्रॉट आ गया या कुछ भी नेचुरल कैलामिटीज़ आ गई, तो इन दैट केस जो एग्रीकल्चर की प्रोडक्ट की जो सप्लाई होती है वो आपकी क्या है, कुछ नेचर पे भी डिपेंड करती है, एंड दे आर प्रोड्यूस विद द टाइम लैग। उसका भी कोई टाइम लैग होता है, टाइम पीरियड होता है कि अगर कुछ हमने कुछ भी शो कर दिया कोई भी प्रोडक्ट को, तो इट विल अ फिक्स टाइम पीरियड कि वो उतने टाइम पीरियड में क्या होगा, वो प्रोड्यूस होगा। इट डजेंट मीन कि आज मैंने लगाया और कल जाके देखा कि अरे वो एकदम तैयार हो गया, नहीं, उसका भी कुछ टाइम लैग ही होता है ना, कि तभी नहीं होता है कि कभी इन सम कंडीशंस जो वेजिटेबल्स की प्राइस क्या हो जाती है, बहुत ज़्यादा इंक्रीज़ होती है क्योंकि प्रोडक्शन नहीं हो पाता है बिकॉज ऑफ हैवी रेनी सीज़न, और बहुत ज़्यादा हैवी रेन हो जाती है या बहुत ड्रॉट पड़ जाता है, तो ये सब की वजह से जो एग्रीकल्चरल प्रोडक्ट होते हैं बहुत ज़्यादा अफेक्टेड होते हैं। सो इफ़ ड्यू टू बैड वेदर कंडीशन, जो कंडीशन जो वेदर की है वो सही नहीं है, बैड वेदर है, द प्रोडक्शन इज़ लो, लो हो जाएगा प्रोडक्शन, क्योंकि इफ़ अभी क्या है, रेनी सीज़न है, तो क्या है, प्राइस जो है सारे प्रोडक्ट की बहुत ज़्यादा इंक्रीज़ कर गई है ना, क्योंकि अगर प्रोडक्शन कम होगा तो प्राइस क्या होगी, प्राइस तो वो इंक्रीज़ करके देगा, तो इसका ये मतलब थोड़ा है कि वो सप्लाई भी इंक्रीज़ कर देगा, नहीं, क्योंकि सप्लाई ही तो नहीं हो पा रही है। तो ये क्या हो गया, इसका एक एक्सेप्शंस हो गया कि बैड वेदर कंडीशन में अगर कोई भी वेजिटेबल्स है उसका प्रोडक्शन कम हो पाएगा क्योंकि रेनी सीज़न है, तो प्रोडक्ट प्रोड्यूस नहीं हो पाते हैं, ठीक है, तो एग्रीकल्चर प्रोडक्ट प्रोड्यूस नहीं हो पाएंगे, इन दैट केस ओनली उनकी सप्लाई क्या हो जाएगी, उनकी सप्लाई कम हो जाएगी, इवन इफ़ द प्राइस इज़ हाई, प्राइस हाई होने की वजह से भी सप्लाई उनकी कम हो जाएगी बिकॉज ऑफ नॉन प्रोडक्शन ऑफ दैट एग्रीकल्चरल प्रोडक्ट। ओके, नाउ द नेक्स्ट वन इज पेरिशेबल गुड्स। As these goods cannot be stored for a long time, so even if their price falls, the seller would not like to sell more, would be like to sell more. That means कि जो पेरिशेबल गुड्स होते हैं, जो बहुत ईजली और बहुत शॉर्टर पीरियड ऑफ टाइम के लिए हम उसको स्टोर कर सकते हैं, अदरवाइज़ वो क्या हो जाते हैं, डिस्ट्रॉय हो जाते हैं, तो इन दैट कंडीशन these product cannot be stored for a longer period of time, so if their prices falls, अगर उनकी प्राइस क्या है, फॉल कर जाती है, so द सेलर वुड बी लाइक टू सेल मोर। अगर प्राइस कम हो जाएगी तो सेलर क्या करेगा, उसको ज़्यादा सेल कर सकता है ना, लोग उसकी ज़्यादा डिमांड करने लगेंगे क्योंकि दीज ऑल आर दी पेरिशेबल गुड्स। फॉर एग्जांपल अगर हम लोग एप्पल ले लेते हैं तो कुछ दिन के बाद वो एप्पल डिस्ट्रॉय हो जाएगा, तो उसकी प्राइस क्या है, फॉल कर जाएगी, तो सेलर क्या कर पाएगा, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा उसको सोल्ड आउट करेगा। ओके, इट इज़ दी ऑल्सो दी वन ऑफ दी exception of the law of supply. Now the next one is supply of the rare goods. Supply of the rare goods which are scarce in nature, like costly paintings, rare coins, etc., cannot increase even their price are increased. Means जो कुछ ऐसे ऐसे भी products होते हैं that they are scarce in nature, means वो nature में क्या है, बहुत scarce हैं, बहुत limited amount में है, like कॉस्टली पेंटिंग्स, जो पेंटिंग्स बहुत आप लोग सुने होंगे 10 lakhs की, 1 crore की जो पेंटिंग्स बन रही है, तो क्या उनकी प्राइस ज़्यादा होने से उनकी सप्लाई ज़्यादा हो गई है, नहीं ना, क्योंकि ये क्या है, रेयरली है, उनकी बहुत लिमिटेड अमाउंट में है, कैन नॉट इंक्रीज इवन देयर प्राइस आर इंक्रीज, कि 1 crore की कोई पेंटिंग पर वो हो रही है, सोल्ड आउट हो रही है, तो सब लोग क्या कर रहे हैं, प्राइस के इंक्रीज़ होने से लोग सप्लाई भी ज़्यादा कर ले रहे हैं, नहीं ना, तो ये क्या है, रेयर गुड्स, a supply of rare good, it is also the one of the exception to the law of supply. Okay, next one is disposal of the old stock. In order to clear old stock when season change or for renovating their stores, firms hold clearance sales, the sellers increase supply even if the price are low. Okay, आपको पता होगा कि कोई डिफरेंट जो मॉल्स होते हैं वहाँ पे क्या होता है, अगर सीज़न चेंज होते हैं, विंटर से समर आता है, तो क्या होता है विंटर, तो वो लोग क्या करते हैं अपने स्टॉक, ओल्ड स्टॉक को हटाते हैं ना, तो वो उसमें क्या कर देते हैं, प्राइस को कम कर देते हैं, 20% ऑफ, 60% ऑफ। तो लोगों की वो जो सप्लायर है प्राइस डिक्रीज़ कर देता है, और उसकी सप्लाई क्या हो जाती है, वो इंक्रीज़ कर जाती है। बिकॉज़ वही जो आप कोई एक कुछ जीन्स लेने जाओ या कोई भी प्रोडक्ट लेने जाओ, वो आपको नॉर्मल में 4000 का मिल रहा है, वो बोल देगा कि 50% ऑफ। तो लोग क्या करेंगे, अब जब 2000 में कोई लेवाइस की जीन्स पाएगा, मैदाम की जीन्स पाएगा, तो वो क्या करेगा, वो लोग प्राइस के डिक्रीज़ होने पे इसकी सप्लाई तो इंक्रीज़ हो गई ना, अब लोग ज़्यादा कहेंगे ना। आप अपने फ्रेंड्स को भी बताओगे कि वहाँ पे ऑफ़र है, वहाँ पे 50% ऑफ चल रहा है, तो आप लोग क्या वहाँ पे प्रेफर करोगे। दैट मीन्स प्राइस के डिक्रीज़ होने पे भी सप्लाई इंक्रीज़ हो गई है। नेक्स्ट वन इज़ नॉन अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ रिसोर्सेज। If productive resources are limited, production and supply of goods cannot be increased if the price are rising. So, if productive resources are limited, means जो resources हैं through which the goods are produced, ये क्या है, बहुत लिमिटेड अमाउंट में, बहुत थोड़े में है। सो प्रोडक्शन एंड सप्लाई ऑफ गुड कैन नॉट बी इंक्रीज, कि हम जिससे प्रोड्यूस करना है कोई भी प्रोडक्ट, वो क्या है, लिमिटेड अमाउंट में है, और प्रोडक्शन ऑफ सप्लाई कैन नॉट बी, ऑफ अ गुड कैन नॉट बी इंक्रीज इवन द प्राइस आर राइजिंग। प्राइस क्या होते जा रहे हैं, राइज करते जा रहे हैं, तो भी हम उसकी सप्लाई इंक्रीज नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, बिकॉज ऑफ दी लिमिटेड अमाउंट ऑफ द रिसोर्सेज जिससे हमको प्रोड्यूस करना है, वही क्या है, लिमिटेड है। तो प्राइस के इंक्रीज़ होने से हम प्रोडक्शन तो इंक्रीज़ नहीं कर सकते ना। अब जैसे अभी आप एग्जांपल ये ले लो कि क्या हो रहा है कि कोई भी प्रोडक्ट जो है उसकी प्राइस बहुत ज़्यादा राइज हो गई है, ठीक, और जो प्रोड्यूसर प्रोड्यूस कर रहा है उसके पास बहुत लिमिटेड अमाउंट रिसोर्सेज ही हैं जिससे वो प्रोड्यूस करेगा। इट डजेंट मीन कि प्राइस इंक्रीज़ हो रही है तो वो सप्लाई भी इंक्रीज़ कर दे, बिकॉज जिससे उसको प्रोड्यूस करना है वही उसके पास रिसोर्स नहीं है, तो वो कैसे सप्लाई इंक्रीज़ कर देगा। इसलिए नॉन अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ रिसोर्सेज इज़ ऑल्सो one of the exception of the law of supply. Okay, so we have studied here of agricultural product, different exceptions to law of supply, perishable goods, supply of rare goods, disposal of old stock, non availability of resources. Okay, here you can see it is the supply function. So supply function explain the relationship between the supply of a commodity and the factors determining the supply. It gives functional relation between the supply of a commodity and its factor. Okay, supply functions simply means we have studied Sx, supply of a commodity is the function of that factors affecting the supply means technology change, price of the commodity, price of the inputs, other inputs, uh, different technology change, number of firms change. So supply function, supply of a commodity is the functional relationship between the all these factors which affecting the supply. So supply, it shows the relation between the supply of a commodity and factors determining the supply. ये क्या शो कर रहा है कि इसके बीच में relation, supply of a commodity and others factors which affecting the supply. It gives the functional relationship between the supply of a commodity and its others factors. Okay, the different factors which affecting the supply. Okay, so in this case we have taken here like supply function, it is all about the individual supply function, and here market supply function. So supply function, it is the functional relationship between the price of the commodity, technology change, price of the other inputs, different taxation and the subsidies which is provided by the government, and the price of the other related goods. So it affect the individual supply function. Here we have taken all of the one but added one number of firms also. So simply supply function means a relation between the supply of a commodity to the others factors which affecting the supply. Here we have taken the price of the related goods, technology change, price of the other inputs, price of the inputs, as well as taxation and the subsidy which is provided by the government, and number of firm. So these all are the others factors which affecting the supply.